bring meds to indigenous people in the jungle, which sounds very glamorous. And I have followed people who are bad into the jungle to try to catch them after SA, and we have successfully gotten people put in prison and things like that. But the most important thing I do is not very exciting, and it is sitting. We're on our way back from sitting at the Buscal de Paz, which is like Justice of the Peace, and then before that sitting at the Fiscalia, which is like the prosecutor's office, and that has been my whole morning. And it is just sitting after accompanying violence victims and their families, just sitting with them through their appointments and things like that so they don't get turned away, especially because indigenous people, for whatever reason, there is so much like inequality that, like, I had a case where an indigenous woman reported the abuse of this little child a year before I knew about the case, and the government didn't do anything. And then a year later I got into the case and we were able to make things happen because I was able to get proof and video proof of testimonies and stuff that we were able to use. But that's not usually the job of a random doctor. But what we're trying to do is establish a system so that people have acompañantes, or victim advocates, that go with them so that that doesn't happen. Because quite frankly, like in this case that we have right now, there's all kinds of suspicious, fishy little business, and it could be just bureaucracy and errors. Some of it doesn't seem errors. Some of it seems straight up discrimination against this woman, because there's just some weird stuff that seems odd and incorrect. Things where, like, we have, multiple people have seen the injuries on this person who was taken to the hospital, this victim, but then for some reason, like, the documentation from the hospital isn't at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor's office says they don't have it. The hospital says they turned it in. So there's and it's a little fishy, because then there's a rumor about somebody paying somebody off. There's a whole, which I have no evidence for. So it's frustrating because you want to do something exciting. And mostly what you do is a lot of sitting and being sad with people who are sad. So I don't know, what in your life is the action that you can do to help other people? It might not be very exciting. It might be something where you sit. Think about it.